The Fair Work Week. Laws and policies that some cities and states across the country have put in place to protect workers from unreliable schedules and last-minute shift changes that make life difficult, stressful, and unhealthy. And it's powered by social science research. Here's how. For decades, millions of low-wage workers in the US have had wildly unpredictable schedules. Many don't have consistent hours from one week to the next. Shifts get cut or added last minute, paychecks swing wildly from week to week, and for workers with young children, navigating childcare amid such uncertainty can be impossible. Social science played a huge role in showing how big a problem this actually is, and the consequences it has for workers and the businesses that employ them. In 2014, Susan Lambert and Julia Henley did a study that documented just how common practices like short-notice shift changes and unreliable hours work. They found that 3/4 of low-wage hourly workers had swings in their weekly schedules that could lead to differences in pay from one week to the next equal to a full day's earnings. 40% of these workers said they learned their hours a week or less in advance, and over 15% said they found out their work schedule a day or less in advance. Then, in 2019, Daniel Schneider and Kristen Harknett showed just how much these sorts of unfair scheduling policies were harming workers. Their research showed that even when take-home pay was the same, unpredictable work schedules led to worse sleep, higher stress, and poorer health for workers. In other words, this isn't just an inconvenience or even solely an economic issue. Unreliable work schedules are a public health concern. And who bears the brunt of this burden? Further research showed that unstable schedules hit women, people of color, and caregivers the hardest, allowing advocates to highlight how fair workweek laws can impact racial and gender equality in addition to economic equality. But to get policy across the finish line, there was still one key stakeholder to win over: businesses themselves. Researchers like Zeynep Ton found that companies that have stable work schedules often do better because they have lower employee turnover, higher employee productivity, and even higher customer satisfaction. Turns out, people are better at their jobs when they're well-rested, less stressed, and know how much money they'll be making week to week. Over the past decade, Fair Workweek laws have started popping up in cities and states across the US. There's still a lot of work to be done on the policy side, and a lot to learn on the research side. But that's how this goes. There's no single vote that changes economic policy, and no single paper that changes our understanding of labor practices. It all happens little by little, with researchers working alongside policymakers in good faith. So there you have it, the Fair Workweek, powered by social science.